Okay, y'all, you see the title, you see the date, the 19th, so it's 6 days ago. United States charges 4 Chinese nationals working with spy agency and global hacking campaign. Now, this is more Gabe A's arena. Shout out Gabe A. Hey, y'all, don't let them BS y'all. That's Keep It Techie's computer. He just put some Chinese symbols on the bottom, trying to throw y'all off the trail. Let's Keep It Techie. Now, if he don't give us some of that bag, he give us some of that bag, I'll delete this part out of the video. I'm just playing. That ain't Keep It Techie, y'all. He one of the good dudes. Frank Fang. He's in Taiwan. He's a journalist, but he do Taiwan and China affairs. But Frank Fang, he's in Taiwan. I've heard of him. I've actually read articles of his, so I guess I'm reading another article of his. That's what you get. You tend to remember certain names when you start reading a bunch of stuff. 4 Chinese nationals working with China's top intelligence agency have been charged in a global hacking campaign to steal trade secrets and sensitive information from companies, universities, and global government bodies. Actually, universities was a breeding ground. And for a while, they were easily hacked because they transferred a lot of information. A lot of people don't know that's partially why the internet was created. When us old heads was using Mosaic in the 80s. What's Mosaic? Look it up. And hell, you dealing with a young cat when you say Netscape Navigator and they give you that deer in the headlights look. I love y'all can get mad. I loved Netscape Navigator. It worked. But man, the Internet Explorer is garbage. But man, I ain't even look at Internet Explorer. Netscape Navigator worked. Yeah, and then Firefox about this, that. I got it. But Netscape was, man, you let Netscape Navigator come back. Hell, it can come back in its old form. I'd be all over it. The charges were announced as the United States and allies in a coordinated push on Monday condemned the Chinese regime. You think that China don't give a damn about nobody condemning them for sponsoring? Oh, hey, Xi Jinping. Oh, Xi Jinping, listen to the news. Oh, the United States and its allies are condemning you for sponsoring malicious cyber attacks. What you gonna do, Xi Jinping? I'm gonna have another cup of tea. Man, Xi Jinping don't give a damn about nobody condemning. How can him now? Oh, that Nick Taylor, that funny guy, he's still out there. We gotta get him over here to Beijing. Let's see if he be funny then. No. Keep telling y'all, man, y'all gonna have to take me in pieces because you ain't taking me alive. Oh, China's Ministry of State Security, the regime's chief intelligence agency, is behind the deployment of these hackers, they said. The United States also attributed the massive hack of Microsoft disclosed earlier this year to hackers working for the MSS. The hackers charged were sponsored by the MSS and focused their theft on information that would significantly benefit Chinese companies, such as research and development processes, according to a statement from the Justice Department. Now, if y'all go to Reuters, or you can go to Epoch Times, EPOCHTIMES.com, and you can go there. You can go to ntdca.com, or you can go to reuters.com, and you can see the hyperlink for this story where you can read the statement put out by the Justice Department. Okay. The defendants and officials in the Hainan Security Department, a provincial arm of the MSS, tried to hide the Chinese regime's role in the hacks by using a front company. Well, that's you normally you got to make a shell company operated as a normal company for a while and then put another shell on top of your shell and make it look like a buyout, and but you keep the original shell intact. Then the buyout transfers the original shell to somebody else. Then you operate under another authority with the same name. Allegedly. Allegedly. The defendants, okay, we got the defendants and officials and provincial arm Chinese regime role in the hacks by using a front, which was returned in May and unsealed Friday. The campaign, active from 2011 to 2018, targeted trade secrets in an array of industries, including aviation, defense, especially defense, education. Control the children, you control everything. You control the education system, you control the children. You control the children, you control the next generation coming up. That's where we're at now. Government is bought and sold. Healthcare, same thing. They play with big pharma. Biopharmaceutical, there they are. In maritime industries, that's the sleeper right there. The Justice Department said, trust me, that's the sleeper. Victims were in Austria, Cambodia, Canada, Germany, Indonesia, Malaysia, Norway, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Switzerland, and the UK and the United States. Prosecutors alleged the hackers stole foreign information to help Chinese state-owned companies to secure contracts in the targeted companies, such as a large high-speed railway project. The group also targeted research institutes and universities for infectious disease research relating, to Ebola, MERS, HIV, AIDS, Marburg, tularemia, and the department said. Remember the video I done about the millions of dollars of respirators thrown in a landfill in Florida? Remember that? They came from China, from a shell company. But they gotta have help. And remember the guy the news chick was talking to said, we can't divulge that. You gotta have help on the inside. Now the guy she's talking to, he's American, but he's a gate. He's a fence. Allegedly. But I know how that game works. They made millions of dollars to bring in respirators that they knew wasn't on the list by the FDA, by the CDC to be used. I've showed it in the video, showed the list and everything. But most people just gloss over that stuff until it blows big like this. That's a tick. That's just a couple of ticks on a big dog. But how many ticks do you need before the dog get tired of you? Ticks will actually make your dog sick eventually too. These criminal charges once again highlight that China continues to use cyber-enabled attacks to steal what other countries make in flagrant disregard of its bilateral and multilateral commitments. Deputy U.S. Attorney General Lisa Monaco said in a statement, I've been saying for years, decades, China doesn't build anything. China reverse engineers things. China takes it and China will make their own version of what you made. That's what China does. When our silent helicopter, one of them crashed in the Bin Laden raid, and they thought they had blew it up completely because you put, you don't want to leave nothing behind, but the tail of that helicopter didn't get effed up, and it ended up in China. It ended up from the Bin Laden raid into Chinese hands, and our boy One Each Baracus Minimus didn't do nothing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't try to do anything, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens that we don't know anything about. But they still got it. We never got it back. You think China ain't reverse engineering a silent helicopter, a tail rotor that operates in a dual fan effect for one of their own helicopters? I don't like this Nick Taylor guy. I don't like him at all. Where's my Home Sekwon? Yeah, you need to go to Texas, find this guy. He talked too much. Hey, he better kiss Quan goodbye. He ain't gonna see him. He ain't coming back. I'm just saying. It said the 2-count indictment alleges that Deng Xiaoyang, I know it's pronounced like a Z, Xiaoyang, Cheng, look, X, Cheng CQ, and Zhu Yumin were HSSD officers responsible for coordinating computer hackers and linguists at the front companies. The fourth defendant, Wu, I'll leave him at Wu, an employee at the front company, Hainan, this company created malware, hacked into computer systems operated by foreign governments, companies, and universities, and supervised the Hainan Xiandun hackers. The Justice Department said malicious activities. On Monday, the Biden administration, we having tapioca pudding again? Together with a group of allies, criticized the communist regime for its sweeping global hacking campaign that employed contract hackers. The United States and the countries around the world are holding the People's Republic of China accountable for its pattern of irresponsible, disruptive, and destabilizing behavior in cyberspace, which poses a major threat to our economic and national security. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said in a statement on July 19th. The MSS, the regime's chief intelligence agency, is behind the development of these hackers, senior administration officials said on July 18th. And their targets include managed service providers, semiconductor companies. Think of the big one that's in Taiwan that I done the video about that got the record drought going on. Think about AMD. Think about Intel, Texas Instruments, defense corporations, Raytheon, universities, the University of San Francisco, and goofball places, medical institutions, according to the U.S. government cybersecurity advisory. Look, y'all, we done short story, done a odd job years ago. Well, it's been a while. It was a side money job. And it was a medical facility, and we moved all their office equipment and computer equipment to their new site. Right? We got a call from them a few years ago. Actually, I think it was right before all this Corona stuff hit. They called us to move. Hey, do y'all guys still do the moving stuff? And actually, we don't. But I hooked them up with the guy that took over that little part. He stayed in doing that. He said they still running the same Windows 98 software that was on them computers. We were messing around with it, cracking up, laughing back then. He said they still running it. You can't even get support for Windows 98 anymore. I don't understand. But anyway, I just figure I'd share that with you. I thought he was pulling my leg, but he said, no, dude, I ain't joking. I'm quite sure that's probably easy. That's probably like, I don't know. I'll leave that to Gabe A and Keep It Techie and G Lowry. These cyber operations support China's long-term economic and military development objectives, the advisory explained. The Chinese Communist Party has set out different policies and industrial roadmaps with the goal of achieving social modernization by 2035. I'm doing the quotation thing with my hands when I said that. You just can't see me. By 2035 and becoming a global leader in innovation via theft. Some of the cyber attacks are ransomware operations. I know what that is, which involve malicious actors encrypting victims' data and making it inaccessible. The actors then demand ransom. Think of the what was that Pioneer, the oil line here recently, where they paid the ransom, but but I think they caught some of them or got some of the money back or something like that. According to the officials, some private companies were asked to pay millions of dollars after being hit with China's ransomware operations. And Pioneer was one of them. The new revelations on China's long track record of malicious cyber activities drew joint condemnation from multiple countries, including, again, UK, Australia, Canada, Japan, New Zealand. They put Japan twice: Canada, Japan, New Zealand, and Japan, as well as from the European Union and NATO. I guess Japan is double mad, so okay. But hey, remember, for a long time, Japan ruled, small ass Japan ruled China with an iron fist. They called that China was labeled the sick man of the Orient. Some would say the sick man of the East. Some would say the sick man of the Orient, but they were talking about the Chinese. They used to kill Chinese for sport. And I'm not joking. We're making it clear to China, but that was a long, long time ago. Don't mean it didn't, don't justify it, but still, it was a long, very long time ago. We're making it clear to China that for as long as these irresponsible, malicious cyber activities continue, it will unite countries around the world who are victims to call them out, promote network defense and cybersecurity working together in that way, said Biden administration officials. Now, he didn't say it because it would have sounded like a coffee table, a picnic, where's my sandwich, cybersecurity, Cybertron, you allies of your mind, turn it up. What? That's what, yeah. So the less he talked, the better. In response to China's new cyber threats, the officials explained that the Five Eyes countries, Japan, the EU, and NATO, would work together on information sharing, which is also a gateway, and expanding diplomatic engagement to strengthen our collective cyber resilience and security cooperation. They expect more countries to join the cooperation in the coming weeks. They're trying to gang up on us. They can do it. I'm not worried. I cut off all their supply to the Dollar General stores, all the dollar stores in the United States. I bring the country to its knees. March the 1st. This is crazy. It marks the first time NATO has publicly condemned China's cyber activities. The Biden officials explained, and the Transatlantic Alliance adopted a new cyber defense policy in June that states that the cyber attack against a NATO member, is considered an attack against all members, and actions will be considered accordingly to respond. High confidence Chinese regime responsible for cyber attack against Microsoft, saying malicious cyber attackers affiliated with the MSS exploited zero-day vulnerabilities in the U.S. tech giant's Exchange server software, compromising tens of thousands of systems globally. In March, Microsoft announced that Hafnium, a state-sponsored hacking group operated from China, was responsible for the hacking into its email and calendar server. Security experts estimate at the time that at least 30,000 organizations in the United States were hacked. We raised our concerns about both Microsoft incidents and the PRC's, People Republic of China, broader malicious cyber activity with senior PRC government officials, making clear that the PRC's actions threaten security, confidence, and stability in cyberspace. The U.S. and our allies are not ruling out further actions to hold the PRC accountable. Beijing has previously rejected Microsoft's claims, saying that the companies and media should not make groundless accusations. The China cyber attacks, that's a whole different ball game. I've just done this part because this part actually affects us. Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.